Someone celebs, pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. Photo now. But for now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud. I'm more loud. Got some celebs, pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. Photo now. But for now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud.
Yes, my peoples, big up yourself, big up the whole Metric community. Smash the likes on your way in. You know we're always here every day, man. Anything United, anything Metric, we're here and we're getting into it. So make sure you smash the like, my peoples, man. Let me know what you lot think in the comments. You know we're going to get into it regardless. So yeah, my peoples, man, let's get into it. Let me just set this up. So if any sort of bombers come true, I'll let you lot know on the spot, literally. And I might even be doing one of my first, watch-alongs this weekend. Might be. I'm not sure. It's 12:30. It's a little bit early, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see, man. So yeah, my people, man, I hope everyone's doing fine. I hope everyone's good. You know what I'm saying? 3 wins in a row. We're feeling ourselves again. And let's see how it goes. Look at this now. Look at this thing that I'm bringing up to you lot for now. This is us this season and last season. This is everyone, not even us only. Everyone last season and this season, as you can see. Look at that. 25-26 versus 24-25 after 24 games. I wish it was on a different article. It would have looked a bit better, but it isn't. And it's basically saying Arsenal have only got 3 points more than they had last season. What's that? -+6. Man City had +6 last season. Aston Villa plus... Oh, sorry. Yeah, they got 3 points more. Aston Villa... Man City's got 6 points more. Aston Villa's got 9 points more. We've got 12 points more. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's been crazy, bro. This is last season. When you look at the bottom, you look at Wolves. They had they're -11 of what they was last season. And if they got that 11 points, they might still be in a relegation zone, but they might be not as bad. So we've been doing well. We've got +12. We've got the most points. We've got the most points from last season. So we've improved the best out of everybody since last season. As you can see, 12 points from what we had last season at this time. Liverpool are -18. They were top of the league, 18 points gone. And now they're they're 6th. You know what I'm trying to say? Which is crazy. But yeah, man, so that's good. That's huge. That's impressive to see that we're building up in this thing. And it's just good to see, man. That's the tallies for now. As you can see, it's obviously not a perfect indication of quality as everyone has played different fixtures. But the drop-offs of Forest and Liverpool, wow. Look at Forest. They was in the top 4 race. Now they're -21 points off what they was on last season. West Ham, -7. Burnley, crazy, bro. Liverpool and Forest are going through it. And then it says Man United being that much better just shows how bleak things were under Amrin last season. +12. Crazy. So yeah, man, how are Spurs doing better? Where's Spurs? They're just +2. Spurs are just two points off what there was last season, which is mental. That's crazy. All right, cool. Let's get into the rest of the news anyway, man. And I'm going to play 1-2 videos as well and react and see what's going on. What's this? Man United lead the Premier League in a 5-year net spend, investing around 675. So we've spent the most money on bullshit. We're out here spending money, but we haven't spent it on anything good. Look at that. Sacking managers, we've spent 46 million. We could have got Stiller for 46 million. Man, we spent that on sacking managers. Onana's cost us 47 million alone. Sancho, 73 million. And we're letting him leave on a free. Anthony, 82 million. That's nearly 100 million euros. Højlund, 72 million. And we let him go for 38 or 40 million. Ugarte, 51 million with all the add-ons. He's putting on all the add-ons, of course. But not all of these add-ons are going to hit. But that's the add-ons if you add the add-ons in. And obviously, Mount will be 55 million. Crazy. Garnacho is definitely one of the best sells that we've done in a long time. He's probably one of the best sells in the market, Garnacho, because we've never done a sell that good that we've sold. And to a rival as well. That's impressive. I'll be real. We sold Garnacho for 40 million and then now we're good. Do Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's where it is, man. Yeah, so that's what's going on, bro. That's what's going on. What's this now? Hold on. What's this that's just come out? What's this? Look at this. A Premier League player complained to his club that he has been put on the front of the matchday program during the rainbow lace period. For the second year in a row, the player was concerned he was accused of being gay. They put him on the they put him on the front. They put him on the matchday program two match days with the captain's armband on, talking about Pride Month, rainbow laces, crazy. And my man got insecure, said, nah, bruv, you can't be out here calling me. You know what I'm saying? He went mad. People really think this Spurs game is going to be easier than it is. Frank will have them hard to break down. What's he talking about? Us against Spurs? Bro, let me tell you about Spurs. Let's get straight into it. Because Spurs, we've got a poor record against them. So people think we're going to mash them up. I don't think we're going to mash them up like this. I'm kind of scared of them because we're so poor against them and they always get lucky. That's one thing about them. They just get lucky. That's all you can hear it. Look at the head-to-head of us. We've beat them 15 times and they beat us 12, 8 draws in between. But look at the last time we beat them. Bam. This is the last time we beat Spurs. October the 19th, 2022. That is crazy. That's a long time ago. 2022, that's Eric Ten Hag. And then we beat them 3-2. Remember, that was at their ground when Ronaldo scored a hat-trick. No. Ronaldo scored the hat-trick was here, I think. And then we beat them 3-2 and then 2-0 and then 3-1. We was beating them all this. Look, we was battering them this little bit. Jose Mourinho beat us 6-1. Then we battered them 4 times in a row. And then we started drawing, lost. We was 2-0 up. Remember when we was 2-0 up? And then Sancho and them not scored and then they scored another 2 goals. So, bro, we've had it hard. Look at this. From here onwards, look at that. From April 2023, we have not beat Spurs. Draw, loss, draw, loss, draw. And this ain't even included. This, yeah, it's including Bilbao. But yeah, we lost to them 3 times or 4 times last year. 4 times. This is all last year. You know what I'm saying? Including the final. It's a scary time, man. So I'm scared of Spurs. I think we will do them and we should do them. They got a lot of injuries. But, bro, they just always kind of turn up. And they're a team that they got Van de Ven back. He's got a lot of speed, etc. So he might help out as well. But they've got a few injuries. Let me show you their injuries as well. Injuries. They've got a few injuries. So we might get... But they had a few injuries in the FA Cup final. In the Europa final. Look at this. Look at their injuries. But then again, when you look at it, this is them against City, of course. Who's going to be back? Van de Ven's due to be back and Spence. So Spence and Van de Ven are meant to be back for the Spurs game on Saturday. So, boy, that might be a little bonus for them. It might not be a bonus for us. But, bro, we do not beat Spurs, bro. That's one team we do not beat. It's crazy. Even when you look at it here, oh, shit, it just came off. Yeah, even if when you look at it on the actual... like what they've been playing with and etc., bro, it's dark. Trust me. As you can see, look at that. Kudus, Richarlison, Bentancur, Bergvall, Maddison, Porro, Van de Ven should be back and Spence. But that's a lot of injuries, bro. No Kudus on the wing. They ain't really got no one on the wing apart from that Odebert's looking a bit. He's doing a little 1s and 2s on the wing, Odebert. That's about it. Apart from that, they ain't really got no one else that can come out here and do something a bit mad. I can't look at anyone else in that Spurs team and say, yeah, he's going to come out here and do something crazy. All I look at is maybe Odebert can do a little something and Solanke. Solanke gives us a bit of problems. I was at the game when we beat them. They beat us 4-3 and they scored that corner all the way. That was a mad game. Do you know what I'm saying? So let's get into the rest of the news anyway. That's Spurs out the way anyway. We got to beat them cunts. And I'm going to try and get a Spurs fan on the channel on Friday to do a match preview. So I'm going to try to do that on Friday, but we'll see how it goes. The boy Chris Wheeler came out and spoke about a few things, as he always does. He's telling us that LA Galaxy want Casemiro under the designated player rule in MLS. They're trying to find ways to get him in. And this is what I said. I said the Casemiro situation is good for him and it's good for us because everyone that we go for, we can let them know straight off rip, yo, we've got a spot for you. Casemiro's leaving. He's already told you. We don't have to tell them in secret. You know, sometimes when you go to players, you can tell them in secret, like, oh, we've got a spot for you, but don't tell no one. But Casemiro is leaving. That's going to be your position. And if that player disses us, it will come out. Casemiro's come out himself and told us, yo, he's leaving. So that helps Casemiro go and get a club as well. Because now all the clubs are looking at him and saying, we're going to offer you something from now. And he's got 4 months to sit there in his head and go, what's the best place for me? Should I go to LA Galaxy? Should I go to Inter Miami and link Messi? Should I go Al Nassr and link Ronaldo? If he's even staying there, he's got it's all up to him, basically. He can do whatever he wants. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. But that's LA Galaxy and the boy Casemiro. So he might end up over there. Man United were weighing up a last-minute big money move for a midfielder in the last minutes. Like, why do we need to know this, bro? It just makes them look even more confused, like they haven't got a plan. I don't think this helps them. But why would you be weighing up a move to make up last minute if you've got a plan about the summer? So it just makes you look more and more lost than you should do. So it's not really a good brief from Ineos that, yeah, you know, we want the Elliot Anderson, the Ortons, the Believers, etc. But if you're letting us know that you was thinking about doing it in the last minute, but then you didn't, it makes you look confused. Like, you don't even know what you're doing yourself. So how can we believe in you, though? Obviously, Ruben Amorim's come out. He's saying he's going to have his say. And he's going to talk up the things. No one knows what he's going to say. Is this going to be a Piers Morgan sit down? Is this going to be he puts a YouTube camera and just sets it up and talks? We don't know. But he's going to come out and speak. But he doesn't want to disrupt or affect the remainder of the season. Is he going to call out Garnacho? Is he going to call some players out? No one knows. But Portuguese sources, he's going to sit down with the Portugal media and obviously chat to them and just, probably talk about the situation at Man United. I don't know, bro. What can you possibly say? Just like it was hard and it's a big club. Obviously, he's going to throw some digs in there, but come on, man. I just can't see what the point is of coming out and talking. Unless he's going to come and say some positive stuff. Thank you, Man United. But by that time, it's like 7 months later, 6 months. World Cup's about to start. I don't think anyone cares. So we'll see anyway. Obviously, Lozano blown away by Sekou Kone's technical level on the ball. Remember, they've probably never seen a player like that over there. Switzerland League. He's a young boy. This is good because we're finally using our multi-club link. See how Chelsea and Strasbourg, they got that link there where they go mad. They just get players over there, send them there first, let them build up. Because remember, all Sekou Kone is doing is playing with the under-18s, bro, or the under-21s. You're playing with man your age. Everyone's the same size as you, etc. That don't mean you're ready to go in the Prem. Prem is physical. Look at every team you come up against. Physical teams. Arsenal. You've got bare NBA players. Newcastle. They're midfield. So you got to get him ready for that. So sending him to Switzerland, it's like, yo, bro, go there, play, and get roughed up a bit by the 30-year-olds, 35-year-old players that are there. Get used to it. And you can make mistakes there. No one ain't going to see you or care. No one ain't going to be like, oh, my God, Sekou Kone got roughed off the ball and it's going to go viral. No one ain't going to care. So go over there, man up, get a season or so, 6 months, and then you can come back. Then you're kind of used to it now. You're used to a man barging into you. You're used to midfielders. Do you get it? That's what it means. And we're finally using our model with Strasbourg to send players over there, let them develop, and then send them back. And they're just gassed off him. They're saying this guy, his ball-winning ability is crazy, and the way he's so technical. They can't understand it. They're like, this is madness. So big up the boy Sekou Kone, man. I hope everything goes well. He had a few injuries before, head injury, and I think something else as well. So hopefully he can stay fit and keep going. But Man United are strengthening their team with a multi-club tie-ups with Lozano. Obviously, we had to call my man back because Dorgu got injured. He was on his way to Besiktas, and he's got 6 months left. He's leaving. 5 months left. He's definitely gone in May. Definitely. Malaysia. So the situation is he was on his way there to get it done. He was going to go there and sign with Besiktas for 5 months on loan. They pay his wages, and then he just leaves for free. But we said, yo, Dorgu's injured for 10 weeks. We need a backup to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw is not the most reliable guy in the world. He's having the season of his life at the moment. I think he's played the most games he's ever played, which is crazy because he's been here for about 9 years. But this is what I'm saying. If he gets injured, then who are we looking at? Diego Leon, I don't think he's ready yet. Harry Amas is injured. We ain't got no left backs. Yeah, you probably have to go for a Dallo or Mazzarari, but then who's the backup to Dallo then? It's crazy. So it's like, you know what? Keep him, man. He's only got 5 months till he goes. We were doing him a favor, sending him to Besiktas. He needs to do us a favor and stay. So that's the situation. We called him back. He was in disbelief and he had to report back. And I've seen him today in the training videos. He looks all right now. I see him walking around with Bruno Fernandes. You get me? So it is where it is, man. But he's definitely gone. His contract runs out in June. He's missing. Malaysia, you get me? It was a pleasure, bro. Yan Diamande, he is literally the #1 target. And I've showed you a lot already about him. He's a Liverpool fan. That's the only thing that scares me with the boy Diamande. but he is obviously our #1 target. We definitely want a left winger. The boy, what's his name? Ornstein came out yesterday and said the same thing. He said, Man United, it's not going to be that mad. That's why I had to put something out there. I don't know if you lot have seen it. I put Ornstein versus Fabrizio. What's going on? Fabrizio saying summertime's going to be big, very big. Trust me, Man United are going to go big. And then Ornstein saying it's not going to be as big as people are saying. How crazy it is. They want a left winger, they want a midfielder, and they want a centre-back if Harry Maguire leaves. So we don't know. But left winger is what everybody's in sync with. And we went for Semenyo, so we showed that. So we go for a left winger. We have someone like Diamande who's direct. He can come off at 70 minutes, put on Dorgu. Dorgu goes and just bums at them for 70, like the 30 minutes. It's a good depth to have. And remember, Cunha can play there as well. It's just, we're trying to build up a proper team, bro. And it is what it is. But the only thing with Diamande, like I always say, the only issue with him is literally that situation that he is a Liverpool fan. And as you can see here, he on his Instagram live, he goes out there on January the 10th, and he says, I want to play at Anfield. I want to play for Liverpool. I'm a big Liverpool fan. My father's dream is to see me play for Liverpool. That's the only thing that can slow us down. And as you can see, every single link, the reliable guys, Athletic, Ornstein and that, they've said he's going to be 100 million euros, Man United and Tottenham. Yeah? Fabrizio Romano, look at this. He's saying in the summer, it's going to be Man United, Tottenham, PSG also could be in there. It's going to be a crazy battle. And then Sky Sports Leo is the only person. So it's up to you lot if you want to take him with a pinch of salt. He gets a few things right there and there. And he's saying, look, the valuation is putting everyone off. And he put Liverpool in there. That's where it's like, oh. So if Liverpool's involved and you support Liverpool, naturally you're going to go there. Same thing with Mbeumo and Cunha. We was involved. They support us. They come in. So he said this is his father's dream, which makes it even more scarier. So that's the situation with Yan Diamande. So I don't know. So we're going to have to see what happens. But we want a left winger. He's our top choice. Obviously, we've seen there's links to Njai, Rafael Leao. So maybe we can go and switch it. But I think he's the one. They look at the age as well. Everything fits. He's direct. He's plugged in with Ahmad, etc. But the situation with this, it's like Ekitike. Ekitike is a Man United fan. Van Dijk's a Man United fan. If the team that you like isn't in for you, you want that move because your wages are low. His wages are probably like 20K or something. Maybe I'm even getting even more mad saying that. So his wages might be low. If Liverpool comes through and offers him 140, he's going to want to leave. Man United come and say, yo, we're giving you 140 to come over here every week. He's going to say, I'm out of here. Do you understand? But obviously, if Liverpool's in the race, you'll go there. So that's the situation. He's on, look, what's he on? Let's see what he's on weekly. So it makes a bit more sense. But 67K a week, euros. So that might even be 57K. Man's getting 57K at Leipzig. If Man United come and offer him 150 every week, 130, he's saying, I'm gone. But if Liverpool's in the race, he might say, bruv, I'm going Liverpool. It's my father's dream. I want to go and patting up my father and his dream. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's the only setback with Diamande. Obviously, he's still in there. His name's still getting said every minute. So there's obviously truth in it. But we'll see, man. We'll see. That's obviously the left winger. So we'll see what happens. Then we got the boy Anderson. Look at that. This is tier 1 when it comes to Midlands. So that's the Midlands is like Leeds, Nottingham Forest. Who else is in the Midlands? Leicester, them sort of side. That's like the Midlands. Do you know what I'm saying? Wolves, etc. That's just that. And you got Elliot Anderson is Manchester bound in the summer. Anderson is wanted by both Man City and United, but which side he goes to is not determined yet. So everyone's been coming out and speaking about the boy Anderson. Ornstein, Fabrizio, they've all said it. Everyone is saying they don't know where he wants to go yet. There was talks about Thomas Tuchel had a convo with him and basically told him, yo, listen, as long as you don't move, you're getting on that plane. This is what Ben Jacobs came out and said. He said, as long as you're playing every single game from now to the World Cup, you're getting on that plane, even if you get relegated. This is what Ben Jacobs said. Even if you get relegated, you're getting on that plane regardless because I can see you playing. If I can see you playing, I can justify bringing you. If you're not playing, it's going to be unfair for the guys that are not playing. Mason Mount ain't playing at the moment as much. He can't sit down and argue his way in there. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Etc. So that's the situation. But the other reports came out saying that he doesn't really care about Champions League that so much. Like, it doesn't have to be. See how Delap and Gyökeres was like, I only want to go to play Champions League. They don't. He would know. He's saying, Ben Jacobs said he don't care about that. His thing is more what the project is saying and who's going to be the manager. Because remember, Pep's leaving Man City. It's more or less evident now, and we don't have a manager, so we don't know who our manager is going to be. So both clubs want him, but he doesn't know who the manager is going to be. Tuchel could end up being the manager, who is his manager now for England. So if Tuchel's the manager, he could just turn around and go, "You're a big man. I'm going over there. Yeah, make sure you follow suit. We're going to come for you." You know what I'm saying? But who knows? We'll see. But both of the Manchester clubs are fighting for him. There's no one else in this race. And this is tier 1 in the Midlands. So Nottingham Forest, this is their #1 journalist. And he's the one that told us that Murillo is a target as well if Maguire leaves. So Murillo and Anderson, we might go in there and just chuck them. Here's 150 or something, bro. Take that or leave it for Murillo and Anderson and go mad. We get Murillo in, Anderson. We're doing the title charge. Trust me, brother. We're doing the title charge. I'll tell you like that for free. So yeah, Man City United, no one knows where he's going to go, but everyone's talking about it. As you can see, the boy Critchley, he's speaking about it as well. On Talk of the Devils, he's saying, listen, Anderson, Wharton and Belieber are still the main targets. And if there are new names to consider, other names will come into the frame only if these names are not available. So if we miss out on these guys, then obviously we'll have the João Gomez and the Edersons, Stiller, etc. But these seem like the main 3, and we might get 2 of them. There's going to be a lot of competition for these 3 players because they're young, talented, Premier League proven, and it's the position that other clubs are looking at in the league. Man City especially, there'll be fierce competition for those players. Elliot Anderson is still the top target and has been for a while. It will be interesting if they can do both Anderson and Belieber, but it will be quite expensive. We know United's situation in terms of finances. To be honest, even if the club were to get Champions League, I don't think it solves all the problems. Of course I don't. We've got £1 billion in debt or something like that. Nothing solves our problems at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So we understand that already. Keep these chats coming. I'm going to get these chats in a minute. Don't watch nothing, my peoples. Smash the likes. Subscribe if you're new. We're going to I'm going to get all of these chats in a sec. Let me just run through a bit more of the news. Don't watch nothing. So that's the boy Critchley, man. He's saying, yo, Anderson is the top target. Everyone's been saying that he's the top target. Believers in there. So when you look at the 3, obviously Anderson might go City. He suits City, but it's just they've got so much players in that position. With us, you've got your spot. That spot's yours. Casemiro's gone. That's your spot, Anderson. We don't need to bribe him. We don't need to sell it to him. You're going to get, don't worry, you and Casemiro's going to get time each. No, Casemiro's leaving. That's your spot. You're the #1 guy for that spot. Done. If he goes to Man City, they got to talk to him about Rodri. They got to talk to him about Nico Gonzalez. They got to talk to him about Reinders. There's so much people. They got to say, yeah, you're going to get time. Don't worry. Fight for your spot. Or, bro, he might not be able to play like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So who knows? Wharton's leaving regardless. But I think there's talks about him getting Liverpool that are stemming up from everywhere. But who knows? But I think we definitely get one of these guys and maybe someone cheaper. Maybe a Stiller and a Belieber. Or maybe a Wharton and someone else, João Gomez. I reckon we get one of each. We get an expensive one, which is one of these 3. And then we get a cheap one. I don't think we get 2 of them because I just can't see it happening. Do you understand? I just can't see it for some reason. But definitely we get one of these and a cheaper version. So we'll see, man. Obviously, Newcastle are looking at, remember, Tonali's due to be leaving. So Newcastle are talking about, yeah, bring back Elliot Anderson. That's what they're talking about on Tonali. So it's crazy. And Elliot Anderson is a proper Newcastle fan. He was at the Carabao Cup when Newcastle won it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Elliot Anderson was there. He was in the crowd. Imagine that. Your team just won the Carabao Cup. He's in the crowd with the Newcastle fans. They just won a trophy for the first time in 70 years, and he's sitting there in the crowd. So you know he's a proper Newcastle fan. So if Newcastle come back in for him, even though I don't think Newcastle, look at this, look. I don't think Newcastle will spend. Do you know what I'm saying? Look at Elliot Anderson in there. Let me make it a bit more bigger. I don't think Newcastle will go and spend 90 million on him. They don't spend money like that. But boy, it is what it is. He's in there, man. Look at that. You got Tommy. Look at my man, Eddie Howe, how happy he is looking at him. And Pope. Gas. He's in there. Look at that. Elliot Anderson. He's a proper fan. That's when they won their first trophy in 70 years. So if they was to come back for him, he's going back. He's going to Newcastle, bro. I'll tell you that for free. But I don't think they go and pay 70, 80, 90 million. They won't do that. Newcastle don't do that, bro. That's not them. They don't really pay them mad money there for players. They'll rather get players on the cheap and then sort them out after. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's what Critchley's come out and said anyway about it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. These are some talks about the boy Marcus Rashford. And if Marcus Rashford will sign permanently for Barcelona when his loan ends. Barca do want him. There has to be a compromise on Marcus's part. We will love that dream move on wages. Barca are likely to reduce what they pay. This is what they do. They know players want to play for them, and Marcus is very happy in the city playing for the club. So that's probably going to happen, but there's got to be a compromise in there somewhere. He's probably got to drop his wage or something. This is Fabrizio on Maguire. He said, nothing advanced yet in contract talks for Harry Maguire. There have been some early conversations with his agents, but nothing concrete so far. Several Italian clubs inquired about Maguire in January, by the way, but United rejected all approaches. So we didn't want to let him go in January. We could have got a bit of money for him. We could have got a little 10 million or something more, 5 million, but we said, nah, bro, we'd rather keep him. So maybe we're trying to offer him a new deal. Who knows? But my thing with Maguire is the same thing I say all the time. I don't mind Casemiro going, but you can't get rid of other senior players at the same time. Let Casemiro go, keep Maguire for one more year with Bruno, and then let Maguire go whilst we've got our new players and we've installed the mentality in them. Because if we take Maguire out this team, Bruno and Casemiro right now, we go 1-0 down to Arsenal, we're not winning that game. There's no way we win that game. You take Bruno, Casemiro, and Maguire out of that team, we don't go and beat City in the second half of that game. Like the mentality when we've been going down against Tottenham, 2-1 down out of nowhere. Nottingham Forest, we're 1-0 up and then we're 2-1 down. This is the senior players saying, get up, let's go. Liverpool, we're 1-0 up. They score 1-1 and we score again. Come on, bro. These are the players that are keeping us going. So the leadership, you can't break that straight away, bro. All in one window. So imagine if Bruno, Casemiro, and Maguire will end up like Chelsea and Arsenal, where we're bottling everything. Because man ain't got the mentality, bro, to keep us going. So that's my thing. So Maguire's leaving. I don't mind him going, but just not in the same season as Casemiro. Onana, there's no chance this guy is returning to Old Trafford. I know he's been saying 1s and 2s. He wants to go back and fight for his place and all of that. He's going mad. He's not going back to Old Trafford. It's not happening. Fabrizio's shutting it down. He's saying, listen, Onana is expected to leave Man United permanently this summer. No chance he returns. Forget about it, yeah? Keep dreaming, lad. That's exactly what he's saying about the situation. So there's no point spending any more time on him. It's not happening. Look at the boy Mane now. Boom. We've been having talks about this kid, you know. He's obviously made his name at Wolves now. They're going to get relegated. But what the situation was with Wolves is, let me read it out first and I'll tell you. Man United among several Premier League clubs monitoring Wolves youngster Matheus Mane. The 18-year-old midfielder has impressed scouts, but Wolves want to keep him and are already setting a high price ahead of the summer 2026. So obviously Wolves want to keep him. But when you get dropped down, he's 18, isn't it? But he's made his name. That's the difference. If they kept him on the bench, how it was when they had their old manager, they would have kind of been all right. Because you got to remember, it goes one way or the other. You've let the talent out, now you have to sell him. But the situation is, they had 2 players that they were going to get money for. Strand Larson, that was their ticket. Every single team that drops down to relegation will usually have a player that they can get at least a 20 million for, always. Do you know what I'm saying? So look at Odegaard. Odegaard got relegated with Burnley last season. He went to season before last, sorry, and then he went to Tottenham, etc. Like everyone always does that. Like last season, Dibbling, they tried to say he's 100 million. He ended up signing for Everton for 37 million. The only team that no one actually grabbed anyone from was Leicester, El Canoes and all that. I swear they're still over there. But when you look at majority of the players, Wolves knew they were going down. They had 2 players that they knew we're going to get money for this when we go down and we'll be all right. Strand Larson, they got about 40 million for him. And then you got João Gomez. He's their next guys. They'll probably get 30 million minimum. And then now he's bloomed out of nowhere. Now they're looking at him and, yo, we got another guy now we can get money for. I see there's a bid that's already came in today, Arias. He might end up leaving because they're looking at it like, bro, if we don't let these guys go now, we're never going to let them go. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And no one's going to come. When they're in the championship and Arias is uncomfortable now, because remember, right now they're still in the Prem, so they can get as much money. They got 40 million for Strand Larson. And then there's a bid that's coming for the boy Arias. Look at that, 25 million, which is about 22 million pounds. Yeah, 22 million pounds. If he drops down to the Championship, which he will, you're not going to get 22 million pound or more, because he's in the Championship. He's unhappy. He wants to leave as soon as possible. He feels like he's better than this. You'll get offered 15 million or 14, 13 million. And you have to accept it anyway, because you're in a position where you don't want players there that are not happy. Championship. So that's where they're at right now. So with Mane, I don't know how much it will be, but he's going to have a higher price ahead of the summer 2026. But anything that Man United's in for, you know, they always over fluctuate it. 100 million is what they were saying for Dibbling. And then Everton went in there and paid 35 million. And this guy's a bench guy. Bench. So you know what I'm trying to say? This guy's chilling on the bench. This is what's going on. So yeah, my peoples, man, just take it with a pinch of salt, etc. Look at the boy Maserati. He said, fuck that. Look at this geezer. Look at that. 504. It just came out 2 minutes ago. Maserati refused to wear an Adidas jacket in support the LGBTQ community last season. The Man United squad then decided that no player would wear the LGBTQ tracksuit in support of Maserati. Yeah, I remember that game. I can't remember what game it was. But he said no, and then no one else wore it. Crazy. So you can tell they're already in with each other. But yeah, so back to Mane anyway, bro. This guy's good, but I don't know if he's ready. Maybe coming off the bench, what we was doing with Garnacho and what we should have been doing with Garnacho, and then we had to sell him because he lost himself, is you get these players, you get them off the bench 70 minutes, or Carabao Cup, FA Cup, they play them games. But you don't put them straight in the team and say, these are the guys that's going to win us the league, or we're going to rely on him. Bro, he's young. He's just broke through. Give him his time, and then he'll get there. But he's impressive, man. I've watched him. I've watched his first touch. He knows what he's doing, man. And he's definitely got a goal in him. And he's gonna be up there if he carries on in this trajectory anyway, because he's definitely doing these things. So big him up anyway. Matthias Mane, we'll see. But we're one of the big clubs that are looking at him. Wolves are definitely gonna want at least a 40 million for him. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see what happens. And he's a guy that they don't mind keeping, because even if they stay in the Championship, they can still keep him and get money for him anyway. It doesn't really matter. So we'll see, my peoples, man. I'm going to get into the rest of the news, and I'm going to get these comments next. So don't watch nothing. Keep these comments coming. Man's going to get the rest of the news. And I want to get one more bit of the news, and then we'll get into it. Look at that. The boy Kobe Mainoo. The performance-related bonuses in Mainoo's contract have all been triggered, increasing his salary, but his camp believes his wages still do not fairly reflect his role in the squad. United will revisit negotiation with him over a new deal. So the negotiation, I think we're trying to start it now, because that's what it was saying. All the talks was we're gonna start the negotiations with Kobe once the transfer window opens, because the transfer window was closed. So we're saying, well, let's focus on what's going on now, and then once it closes, we're gonna get into it. This guy's a starter now. You've seen it. He's ran more than the whole team. That was the saying when Amram was here. This guy can't run. He's not athletic. He's not got no legs. Him and Bruno don't work. This guy's ran more than every single player has ran in the whole, since the beginning, since Arsenal game, the first game of the season. He ran more than everybody against Man City. No one's broken that, which is crazy. So he's coming back, he's putting in the work. The only thing I'm worried about with Kobe and Casemiro is if any of them gets injured, any of them gets ill, or any little thing, Casemiro gets 3-4 yellow cards and he gets a 2-match ban, we're finished. Because you got Ugarte starting. We got Ugarte starting, and not even just Ugarte starting, bro. We've got no one on the bench. We'll have Jack Fletcher. That's the next CM that can be on the bench. No one else. Unless we're going to have to try to do something where we drop Bruno back in the CM position, and you know that takes away all these assists, and he's trying to break the new assist record. Come on. We can't have that happening. So that's the boy Kobe, man. Big up the boy Kobe. We'll see what happens with him. Let me get a few of these news, and I'll get into the rest of the news. There's still more to talk about, and I'm gonna obviously run through it. If you've missed anything, in a minute, I'm going to run through what's happened anyway, so don't watch nothing. Let me get a few of these. Metric community, big up yourself. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. You know we're here daily, man. All the Man United news. Big up, my puka. We need Belieber. We truly need Belieber, Anderson and Kone. We have to win. Their midfielders, yes. Spurs is meaty. Big up Metch in the chat. Who do we sign? I'm going to get into it. One of the young gems we got. I'm going to show you like that in a second. What's your thoughts on owners saying we are broke? Only, bro, we say this all the time, bro. The owners bamboozled even the journalists. They told the journalists, Ornstein and that, we have to sell to buy. We bought Mbumo, we bought Cunha, and they said we got to sell, then we can buy a striker. We bought Sesko straight away. So we don't know. Bamboozle. Sir Jim and that, they bamboozle everyone. So I don't even listen to them no more. When I see these reports, I don't even listen to it. We got money, we ain't got money. I don't take it serious because the way they bamboozled every single Fabrizio, all of them, they done segments on segments. Man United ain't got money. They have to sell to buy it. Once they sell, they can buy a striker. That's what we all thought. And then bam, Sesko. And we're like, how? Where's the money come from? No one knew. So from time they can do that to all these main journalists, no one knows, bro. They're just putting out whatever they want. After he's 6 months at the zone, he'll be physical ready. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. Physically ready, he can come through. And then we do the same thing with that Orozco kid that's coming from Colombia, Ecuador. Go over there, muscle up, and then come back. You get me? We need to fist up Spurs. They've been chatting shit, saying Manchester is white. Yeah, come on, man. I see that, man. I see that. I'm kind of nervous of them because they always get lucky against us, man. And they just had their little luck with Man City. That point has gassed them up. You know, they're in a relegation battle. My standards good. Want to spend them out the funds. Liverpool did. We can't. We got too much debt, man. All that depth is crazy. My first choice is Yandy and Manning in Somerville. Somerville's trash. He's just a guy that runs, bro. And that's shown in the league. That don't mean anything. I don't think Somerville's all that. He scored 3 goals right now. This is the best form he's ever been in. But I don't think he's all that. I don't think he will piss us off like Garnacho. Ornstein is chatting shit. I rate him, but we've got a lot of outgoing, especially in midfield. We need at least 3 midfielders, left wing, left back, right back. If Dallo goes, and maybe a CB. Yeah, we do need to go mad. Little man, the fan base and people out here just letting it slide. They have to buy players in the summer. Yeah, I think they will buy players. I think we are going to go mad in the summer, bro. The midfield's already been said by everyone. Swapping with Ekitike has been on smoke with all these reports lately, constantly calling man out there. Bullshit. Yeah, bro, man. Any of them, any of these guys, I just pull it up there. Is this guy a fraud or not? I don't care. Sadiki is good. I like Sadiki still. Same country as man as well. What did he say? Glazers out, fan Met. We want 100K people, empty seats. We've only got 70K. We get 100K when we get the new stadium. But I don't know if everyone's going to empty the seats. We've got too much fans, bro. We've got 1 billion fans or something, bro. Everyone's coming from all over the world. You can't tell someone that's coming from China for the first time with his family to sit down and watch Old Trafford for the first time that you can't go in there because we're protesting. He's not going to care. It's just like me. If I go to America and I plan my thing to go to an NBA game, Lakers, and see LeBron James and that, and then they're protesting, but this is my only time I'm going to be in America ever, I don't care about no protest, bro. I want to watch LeBron. Think about it. So there's so much people. It's crazy. If City continue this way, top of the fact Pep leaves, I reckon we get Anderson over them. Yeah, it is crazy. That's what makes it even mad. Where we could get Anderson is because Pep is so uncertain. No one knows what's going on with him. I'm late, please update and who we're targeting. We're more or less here anyway. I'm going to do a little sweep in a second and show you exactly what's going on. Don't worry. We're going through it one by one. Then I'm going to do a little quick sweep where you'll see everything. Don't watch nothing. I got you. Don't worry, bro. Don't worry. But look, this is one here, Mane, anyway. We're apparently linked with him. Like and subscribe, my peoples, man. All right, Mike, big up yourself, man. Big up everyone in the chat. Big up the whole Metric community. We must beat Tottenham. There's no way we lose at home, bro. This trajectory we're on, we should be beating Tottenham. But I showed you, lot. Look at their injury list as well. You understand? The only one that could be back is Van de Ven. But he might not even play 70 minutes. And he's got a speed. He's the only one that can keep out Sesko and Bumo, etc. But, bro, we should be beating them, bro. We should be. We should be smacking them. But they're weird, man. I find them a bit weird. I'll be real. They get on my nerves because we just don't beat them. Even if they play shit. Look at that last game we played them at their ground. They was doing nothing for 60 minutes, 65 minutes, and then bam, scored 2 goals out of nothing. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Man United will always have money to spend, of course. I feel like Orozco needs to go to the Championship. He's already muscled up. Yeah. Just need to get up to speed. It's true. Malacia will be sold. No, he won't. Malacia's leaving on a free. Malacia leaves on a free in the end of the season. Malacia, Casemiro, Maguire, Carrick. Even Carrick's contract runs out. And Sancho. They're all leaving. Even if we want to keep Maguire and Carrick, we have to give them a new contract. Their contracts now run out in May. Maguire, Sancho, Casemiro, Carrick, and Malacia. All leaving at this time. How can we be broke and still compete for Semenyo bid? No. Left wing, Ornstein and every single person, even though Ornstein said we're not going to go crazy with the transfers, They've all turned around and said, we want a left winger, we want a centre mid, and we probably want a centre back, especially if Harry Maguire leaves. So that's one thing. Them 3 positions is what every single journalist has said. They're all in sync with that. But some of them, Fabrizio saying we're going to go crazy, we're going to spend big. And then some of them are saying that we're going to go mad in the summer, we're going to spend big 2 midfielders, blah, blah, blah. We might even get an extra striker with Sesko, blah, blah, blah. And then some, like Ornstein's come yesterday and said, they're not going to go big. They're not going to go crazy. They're just going to be subtle. Left wing, of course, they're going to go for that. Midfield, and maybe centre-back. I'll show you if you want to see it in a minute. But that's it. That's all he's saying. But other people are saying they're going to go get 2 midfielders. They're going to go get a centre-back, Murillo. We're going to go and get a striker. We're going to go get a left winger. And then obviously you've got Xerxes might leave, might get another striker, blah, blah, blah. So that's what's been going on. Man United are expected to strengthen in midfield and on the left wing in the summer transfer window. United kept their powder dry in January, but they will be active in the end of the season. See, some of them are saying different things, man. They're all coming with different things. Everyone's coming with their own flow. No one knows what we actually want to do, bro. But left wing and midfield is the 2 positions that every single person is saying. No matter what you want to say, we're going to spend big or we're not. Every single one of them is saying left wing and midfielder. We went for Semenyo. And you just got to think about it. Say we get Diamande or we get Njai. Njai with Dorgu, they're fighting for that left wing, or 60 minutes and the other one comes on. Then you look at striker. Let's get Sesko and Xerxes goes and we get someone else. Then you got 10. You got Bruno, Mason Mount can play there. Cunha can play there as well. Then you got right wing. You got Ahmad and then Mbumo. Bro, the depth in attack is crazy. People are talking about Yildiz and all that. You just never know, man. This is the strike. This is the signing. Look at that. Man United have signed this young gem, Solomon Honor. He's come from Blackburn. It's a goalkeeper. Obviously, Vitek, he's another geezer that we've got. We sent him on loan to Bristol City, but I think we're trying to bring him back soon to, he's injured or something. Something to do with Lamens. So basically, Lamens is our number 1, and we want someone to just challenge him. But someone that's kind of on the same level as him. Not someone that's way better than him, because you can't really find someone that's going to be way better than him at his age anyway. They're going to have a lot of experience. So, yeah, we've got this little young keeper. We've signed him from Blackburn Rovers. So, yeah, man, we'll see. I've never heard of him. He's young, obviously, so who knows? But you know what, in or something, they're probably just going to get him in, and then, boom, they might loan him out or something or see. You know what I'm saying? So, big up the boy Solomon, man. He's a red now. It is what it is. Tonali. Look at this geezer. Obviously, we all know what happened. Ornstein broke the news, and then everyone got shaken by it. Do you know what I'm saying? But the boy Tonali, it's evident he wants to get out of there. Them man are fighting relegation, bro. They're in some weird place, Newcastle. Yeah, Ornstein don't come out and talk for no reason. And he said, listen, Tonali offered himself to Arsenal by agent. Remember, Marino's injured. Marino's got a foot injury. Everyone knows about it. So Tonali's agent's gone, yo, if you don't need my man, if you need a player, you're looking for someone, Tonali's there. You get it? Arsenal explored, but no contact with Newcastle. Arsenal looked at it and said, maybe we go in the summer or we just allow it. There's no point. Newcastle, nothing will happen this window. 25-year-old Camp put idea to Berta. So they spoke to Berta and told him what's going on. After that, the agents tried to come out and say, no, we never spoke to Arsenal. Bro, you did. You've just been caught out because Arsenal wasn't interested. And now you're trying to basically make his bit safe because this guy went on a 10-month ban. 10-month ban for betting. Newcastle fans stuck by you and then you come back after that and then now you're trying to get out of there. You can't blame him because Newcastle is a small club, bro. And they're always going to be a small club. But they think they're bigger than they are because now they've made top 4 a few times, etc. But, bro, they're not them guys, bro. And you can see them. They're in 11th. They're not even in the top 4 race. How far are they from Liverpool alone? 6 points off Liverpool. That's just Liverpool. And Liverpool might not even make it. Do you know what I'm saying? They're 7 points off top 4 at this time. And they haven't even been to a lot of the stadiums that they need to go to that are tough for them. They haven't been to Emirates yet. I don't think they've been to... where else? Have they been Villa Park? I don't think they've been Villa Park, etc. They still got to go a few places, but it's not looking well for them. The Mackhams, who are their main rivals, Sunderland, has come in the Prem the first season in like 10 whatever years, and they're on top of them. It's crazy. So he wants to get out of there, and you don't blame him. So, bro, this geezer could be a situation, bro. It could be a, yo, go give them 60 million and then go and get your Anderson or your Belieber. 60 million on Tonali, 80 million on Anderson are midfield sorted. Tonali, Bruno, and Belieber. Who knows? Or you get someone like, brother, you just don't know, man. You just can't see it. Like, I just don't know. But from time he offered himself to Arsenal, and Arsenal weren't interested because Marino's injured, but when he's back, he's back. They've got too much players. They've got Odegaard, they've got Marino, Ranieri's on loan. They've got so much midfielders. It doesn't even make sense. Eze's like, bro, in the summertime, everyone knows we want a midfielder. Everyone knows we want midfielders with an S at the end. And Eddie Howe's come out and said, oh, he doesn't seem like he's unhappy, blah, blah, blah. And guess what? Come out straight away. All the Newcastle fans started putting in there. This is the exact same thing he said about Isaac. Yeah, he doesn't seem unhappy. He's fine and da-da-da-da-da. And we're not sure. Obviously, I can only go off what he's saying to us. He seems happy, blah, blah, blah. Ornstein is the most trusted journalist. He's number one. He ain't going to come out and make this up and keep it up for no reason. He doesn't make up lies. So Tonali is offering himself out there, bro. He wants to get out there. Newcastle ain't going well. It's dead. They're not on nothing. They've got a few Champions Leagues, but it's not happening anymore. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to get out of there as soon as possible. So that's the situation, man, with my man. I think we can take this opportunity and see. And as you can see here, he was never planning to exit in January. It was also impossible on the club side with Newcastle. Summer transfer window plans could be different with several clubs keen. Decision time on player side will be ahead of the window. But everything he just said is the same thing Ornstein said. Ornstein said Tonali offered to Arsenal by agent. So they explored, but no contact with Newcastle. Nothing will happen this window. So it could have been a thing where it's like, yo, let Arsenal know I'll go over there. It doesn't mean you have to do it now. He probably knows nothing ain't going to happen in January. Just put the idea out there now. As you can see, 25-year-old Camp put idea to Berta. So looked into it as per any player of interest. That doesn't, Newcastle exit now impossible. Like, it was never going to happen. So it is where it is, man. That's the situation with Tonali, man. He's an option, bro. And if he's putting himself out there to Arsenal, why would he not put himself out there to us? Who knows? We want midfielders, especially in the summer. So, boy, we'll see what happens with my man. But, bruv, he's definitely a baller. And I don't want to see him nowhere near Arsenal, especially how they play as well. With all them, they're just trying to physically dominate everyone. No way, bro. Don't even bring him nowhere near there. Big up the boy, JJ Gabriel. He's training with the first team again today. And his dad put up his phone, basically, him talking to Gabriel. And then he basically said, when he's got the excitement in his voice. So but every time he basically trains with the team, he gets mad excited. Do you know what I'm saying? And then he phones his dad and he talks for about a few minutes. And then he's basically put it up and said the excitement in his voice, blah, blah, blah. So he's gassed. He's with Bruno in that training and he's excited. So they've said they're looking at him as a generational talent. They think he's going to be the franchise boy for the league. That's how much they rate him. And he's 15 years old playing in the under-18s league at this time. And they're trying to give him his debut as soon as possible. So he's definitely going to get his debut. He can't get his debut this season because of some reason, because he joined a bit too late to get registered or something. But and because of his age, next season, definitely getting his debut because they're trying to fast forward him to show him, yo, you've got a future here because Barcelona won him. Bare Giants are in for him as well. So big up the boy JJ Gabriel, man. Obviously, he's ready. Like I said, his dad is gassed. He's throwing up all of these things in that. So, yeah, big up JJ, man. We'll see. And hopefully he gets his debut next year. Casemiro's obviously one player of the week. Big him up. As you can see, Sully broke the news. I tell you a lot about Sully all the time. He came out and said this 5 hours ago, and then it came out legitly 4 hours later. Look at that. Casemiro, monumental performance in midfield. But you know what's crazy about Casemiro winning player of the week? We done it so nice. We had to do it twice, 3, 4 times. Look at that. Man United players have won the last 4 Premier League players of the week. 4. So that's Benjamin Sesko against Burnley. This is him against Burnley. He won it. He scored the 2 goals. This is Bruno against Man City? It's got to be against Man City, yeah. Dorgu against Arsenal. And then obviously Casemiro against Fulham. That's our last 4 weeks. We're dominating, bro. And if you lot see this Premier League, how much time they post us, it's crazy. If you got Premier League on Twitter or maybe Insta, they post us non-stop. And the world hasn't stopped moving. Everyone's saying since Man United's been winning. It's crazy. you could just tell everyone just gets gassed and our teams are the best. So 12:30, Tottenham Hotspur, Old Trafford, make sure you're there because we're going to show you some proper football instead of this Chelsea, Arsenal stuff. Crazy game, some shit game. So that's that anyway. This is the young boy, of course, that we've signed, Solomon Honor, Blackburn, 19 years old goalkeeper. Look at that, in the top 5 leagues. In the top 5 leagues, most assists in Europe's top 5 leagues this season, Bruno Fernandes is second on the list. This is all the leagues, bro. And this guy is badding up the thing when it comes to everything. Remember that. Do you know what I'm saying? Remember that. When it comes to every single thing, this guy is badding it up. Chances created, Bruno's first. Set pieces, chance, assist, everything. Big chances created, he's running it when it comes to the Prem. But in the whole world, top 5 leagues, let's not say the whole world, this guy is on 12. So people say it's easy. Bro, this is all the top 5 leagues. La Liga, Ligue 1, the German League, the Bundesliga, etc. Do you know what I'm saying? Serie A, all of that. My man's doing his thing, bro. He's the best midfielder right now, man. No one can chat to him. There's not even a midfielder in there. All you can see is wingers. All you can see is wingers. Olise, Diaz, Yamal, DeMarco's a wing back, technically a winger. Cherky, he plays on the wing. Come on, man. This guy's on a different level. Big up the boy Bruno Fernandes. We cannot replace him. We can't, bro. I'm telling you, we can't let this guy go, man. Everyone's always dissing the man. Man United did their main deals before the season started, bringing in Mbumo, Cunha, Sesko for significant fees. Adding Sene Lamens took their spending to over 212 million. United's net spend of 675 million over the past 5 years is the highest in English football. That much of the outlay did not achieve its aim of returning United to greatness is the reason why the Old Trafford club have to watch their finances. Remember, we still got loads of debt, etc. But all these stuff are coming out now that we've basically not bought no one in the thing. Because this one coming out, all we was hearing was we're going to spend big in the summer. So the whole of January, we're going to go mad in the summer. It's going to be crazy. Trust me. Now that it's cut the shot. Oh, we're not going to spend that mad. It's not going to be that mad. Ornstein saying, they're saying that. Now they're talking about the depth. Why didn't we hear this a week ago? We spent this in August, sorry. It closed in September. So we spent this in August. This 212 million. But why are we hearing about it now that the market's closed? Why didn't we hear about this 2 weeks ago? All we was hearing was going to spend big. See what I'm saying? So they're trying to put us down. So this crazy window that we think we're going to have ain't going to happen. Well, they're going to spend anyway. This is what they always do. It's like they put us down and it's like they let the rivals know. I think it's just that it might be a tactic to make the rivals think we ain't got that money. Maybe it's for that. It's for the fans that are dumb, not going to listen to them, and the rivals to think, yeah, them lot are broke. So when we do come in for a player, maybe we've got a better negotiation power where we can say, come on, man, let's just buy him for 38, man. Come on, man. They look at it and say, you know what? This team's got so much debt and they just let him go for cheap. Maybe it's that. But I'm just looking at it like, why would it be coming out right now? Obviously, this is a brief from the club. It is where it is. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. The boy Kobe, look at that. Man United have moved to accelerate contract talks with midfielder Kobe Mainoo. With discussions penciled in for this month, sources indicate that Jason Wilcox has already made contact with Mainoo's camp, offering reassurance over the club's long-term vision for the academy graduate. So, boy, we've already started talks with the boy Mainoo. He wanted to stay. One thing about Mainoo is he never came out and done no mad things. Yeah, his brother came out, free Kobe, and blah, blah, blah. But he never came out and done no mad things. And he never, ever said he wanted to leave Man United. Every single brief was he wants to go on loan to play. Let him go Napoli to play, and then he'll come back. He knew Amrin won't be here by the time he's back. He knew that. He said, let me go on loan, and I'll come back. He never once said, I want to leave. No reports ever said he wants to leave. It was always loan. Now he's finally settled. He's playing. He knows he's part of the club's long-term vision. It is what it is, bro. You're here. Let's chill. Let's have a ball. And as you can see, Man United have stepped up contract talks with Kobe Mainoo, with discussions set this month. So it is where it is, man. Big up the boy Mainoo, man. It is where it is. He's signing his contract soon. I think he's only on like 40K, 30K or something. So they're going to bill him up and make him rise up and get to the levels where some of the other ones are at. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Where it makes a bit more sense. I think Lenny Euros on 115, you know, like stuff like that. When you're looking at it, man, your age, you're on 115, I'm on 30, but I'm the Manchester boy, and I've been here. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really make no sense. So, boom, it's where it is. Look at this now. This is coming out like Ruben Amorim's only summer transfer window at Man United. Not his signings. My man's letting us, you know, yo, they weren't his signings for the club. But that is a proper thing. He left our attack in good shape. That's the only thing good he done. He got rid of Garnacho, blood. He got rid of Garnacho. And it's not even Ruben Amorim. Let's be real. Man, stop talking about... Yeah, actually, Ruben Amorim got rid of Garnacho. Let's be real. If it weren't for Ruben Amorim, Garnacho might still be here. Because a lot of people, when we were first hearing about Garnacho might leave, everyone was like, what? No way. Da-da-da-da-da. And then it was getting stinker after stinker after stinker after stinker. And then his attitude, his little brother's leaking the lineup, he's retweeting posts. It was going mad. Remember, I'm talking about 10 hard times, not even before Amorim. It was stinker after stinker, and then he's bare messy. And then Amorim come in, and they got a little bit more messy still. And then bam, they had that argument or whatnot. He said, you're never going to, whatever, you'll be lucky to get a club. And that was it. So if that never happened with Amorim, he might have still been here. But that's one of the best signings we've done. The best outgoings we've ever done. Ever. 40 million for Garnacho is crazy. I know you lot watched him yesterday. This geezer, they don't want to pass the ball to him. They're trying their best, Cole Palmer, not to even pass the ball to him. That's how bad he is over there. Like Chelsea fans are saying, we need to get rid of him now. How can we get rid of this geezer? Which is crazy. You know what I'm trying to say? So, boy, Garnacho, innit? He runs his mouth, he thinks he's the shit, and now look, you're not rated where you are. He's gonna end up at Strasbourg or Arsenal. Because you know Arsenal love taking Chelsea scrubs. So he ends up at Arsenal or he ends up at what's it called? Strasbourg, literally. So we'll see, man. But look at this list though for Premier League midfielders. People want to talk about my guy, Bruno. Look at that. XG is to the right and up is assist. So if you're just up like that, Janel and Odegaard, they got a bit of assist in them. And then obviously if you're all the way up, as you can see, Bruno's at the top with Turkey. So they've got the top when it comes to assist and XG. XG for 4 assists. So the amount of chances he's created that could have been assists is up there. Remember, Maguire, 2 minutes into the derby, hit the bar. Cunha crossed into the box. He headed it against Burnley. It got cleared off the line. Dorgu, he laid him off against Burnley, cleared off the line. People forgetting all of this. This is Bruno. He creates so much chances. And Bumo, when he tried to give him the ball against City, and he thought that he was offside, and he wasn't. Come on, bro. He should have so much more assists. But it is what it is. But this is how much of a creator this geezer is. And people say we need him out of the club. This guy's shit. He's a what do they call him? He's a rocket launcher. Blah blah blah. They just chat shit, man. It is what it is. But big up the boy Bruno, man. Look at what he's keeping up with, man. A lot of people can't deal with that. And people are saying, let's go out there and replace him. Replace him with who? If it's so easy to just assist, why is everyone not up there? Where's everyone else? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Odegaard man, they're not even playing him like that over there. Man's getting hooked after half time. It's dark, man. So that's my situation with this, man. People got to watch what they pray for, bruv. Trust me. But yeah, man, that's most of the geezers. As you can see, look at this now. A season of just 20 fixtures at Old Trafford will hurt the balance sheet. So a guarantee of what should be at least 5 extra home games in Europe will be welcome. That should allow United to be a little bit more aggressive in the summer window, but their approach could also be dictated by departures and the kind of money made from exits. Casemiro's departure will free up significant room on the wage bill. And if Maguire also leaves, that's 500. That's $500,000 a week of just them two. Just 2 players. And then we get into United aim to secure deals for all 3 first teamers currently out on loan, Højlund, Onana, and Rashford. Possible in a best case scenario, there's a potential 100 million in sales to be had there. Although that might be hard to pull off. Bro, come on, man. Højlund's more or less done. Rashford, they want him. They're just trying to lower the price a little bit. Onana, Fabrizio's come out today and said it's done. Yeah, he's got a bit of hope himself, but it's not going to happen. So them 3 are more or less done. Ugarte looks like he's on his way out in the summer. We probably go for that. We don't know about Diego Dallo yet. But, bro, there's going to be people that's going to be leaving. There's going to be people that's going to be coming in, of course. But the good thing about it is as well, we're going to obviously pay them less. we'll be paying them 150k, work your way up 130k, depending on how. Someone like Belieber, apparently he's on like 30, 40k. You offer him 120, 130, he's cool. And then his next contract, you could go to 170 in 2 years or whatever it is. Like, so we don't need to go mad. We don't need to go that crazy. It's going to be different, man. Trust me. And you can tell majority of these guys are going anyway. Majority of them are going. So everyone on that list, remember, Sancho leaves for free. They're not even talking about his money because he's on loan, but he leaves for free. So we're not even talking about that. But it's going to go off, man. I'm telling you, man. Let me get a few of these comments, man. I'll get a few of these chats and then we'll get into the rest of the news. But yeah, man. It's good to see the summer obviously holds something mad for us and we're going to see how it goes. But what I do say is don't listen to a lot of these reports that are putting us down. We spend regardless. We always spend regardless, bro. 200 million and we didn't even have Champions League. Imagine what we do now if we get Champions League. We're going to go brazy, bro. 4-0, I'm calling it now. 4-0, mad. By the way, mainly from Wolves on Diamande, who's better? Bro, Diamande. Mane just come true, bro. Diamande is definitely better. Diamande is an international player. Sounds like it's Ornstein and has butter in the bag for time. I'm so happy with a 4-2, 3-0 or 3-1 against Tottenham. Come on, you're like, yeah, bro, man. I want to stir the pot. I want them to get relegated, and I want them to get relegated. But I don't think it's gonna happen, of course, because West Ham are so trash. And on top of that, we have to beat them, bro. We've gone too long not beating them. I want to thrash Spurs 8-0. 8-0 is mad. Vitek should be our number 2. He's so good for Bristol City. Exactly. 100%. But remember, Bristol City, one thing I think about them, they're not going to be having set pieces over there, mad, where they're barging you out the way, man. I don't think they've got into that in the Championship. There's no Arsenal in there. You need to come over here and know what's going on straight away. That's the difference. United planning for the future. Hopefully we sign more players for the present soon. Yeah, 100%. But now they're putting out reports. Don't get gassed and giddy that we're going to spend a lot of money. We're not. Like, they're trying to let us know. We need a midfield that can score goals like Hackney. If we can somehow get Tonali, that would be yeah, Tonali's a baller, man. It's going to shine on pre-season. Lamin's better watch his back because Vitek's a bad boy. We can get top 3 too. We are 5 points below Villa. I reckon we can surpass City because of how shit they are. We just need Carrick and the squad to pattern up. Boy, they're already patterned up. They've already patterned up. You mean you need them to lock in where they just... But I think they have locked in. I think they feel invincible now. They beat City, they beat City and they beat Arsenal. Not a lot of people do that back-to-back. City and Arsenal, home and away. That's madness. And then you beat Fulham. Now you got Tottenham. Bro, they're going to be feeling confident, bro. I'm telling you. We're locked in at the moment, man. It's different. JJ's our star boy. Big up the boy JJ, man. I don't think he leaves the club. Bro, all of our players have snatched up these awards. Bro, the last 4 weeks, it's been us only. 4 in 4. That's how much we're mashing it down. Every time we're playing, there's always one person going so mad. Garnacho thought it was going to be a walk in the park. He forgot. Yeah. I didn't even talk about the Garnacho stuff. Man's out is saying that, yeah, we can do it. Look, it's right here. Look at that. I've just come across it. Man said this, sat on the bench, and then ended up losing. Like, how embarrassing. I think Chelsea fans are even saying, bruv, stop talking. You're not at Man United anymore. Even they're telling him to chill out. That's been on a run this season, even when he's playing DM. Exactly. Bear that in mind. The man's been playing till January. From September, August to January, playing as a basically an 8, 6. And he's got the most assists. It's crazy. We've seen this movie before. We were broke, and then we spend 150. Crazy. Bruno for everything. Yeah, it's mad. These were always club signings. Amrin wanted Watkins and Martinez. Exactly. He wanted people that's going to save his job at the time. He didn't want anyone that was gonna. He didn't want anyone that was gonna take time. But we're looking at it and we're saying the future. He's looking at it and saying, "Blav, I need to win now. I want Watkins and Martinez now. I don't want no one." But that's not smart for the future. Watkins is looking at, how old is he? 32 or something. By the time we want to win this in 28, he's going to be 34 or something like that. It doesn't really make any sense. I was hoping for a Chelsea win so Arsenal cannot win 4 trophies this year, but they're on their way to. They're not taking everything, bro. They're going to bottle some. They might get the Carabao Cup and maybe the Prem. I don't think they win the Champions League. And I don't think... Have you seen how Arsenal play? If one team just handles their set piece... Look at the way we dealt with their set pieces until the 80th minute and then they scored. We dealt with their set pieces fine. How much coolness did they have that game? We dealt with it cool. Chelsea dealt with it fine yesterday as well. Teams are getting used to it. If you get a team that deals with their set pieces and goes at them, you beat them. you know what I'm saying? Chelsea was a little bit scared playing by back five, etc. Like, I don't know what there was on. Garnacho's more hated by Chelsea fans than he is by... and he's done that in the space of what? How long has it been? Till he's been over there, what, 3-4 months? It took us a couple of years. He won us the FA Cup. He came from the academy. Like, we had a bit of faith in him. Bro, they hate him already. They're saying he has to go. Strasbourg, ASAP. Can't have Arsenal winning. Nah, they won't win that, man. I'm telling you, look. When they start playing teams that play at them and they can handle the set pieces, they'll lose. It's just that teams that in Europe is easy, bro. I reckon the Premier League team might win it again. We got to the final with Tottenham. That shows how meaty Europe is. We got to the final with Tottenham last year and we both finished 15th and 17th. That's madness. Forget about Greenwood money. I see him getting a big move. Yeah, for real. It's true. If Arsenal win the league, it's not going to be something big. Life will go in much like Liverpool win. Trust me. Yeah, it's true. But I'm around a lot of Arsenal fans. What makes it worse? Liverpool, I ain't got no Liverpool fans around me. If we bring Vitek, he can get to #1 spot. He's really good. I don't believe Diamande is better than Wolves, Mane. Nah, man. Diamande's got way more speed than he's playing at AFCON. You understand? It's Ivory Coast in the World Cup. They should be. Bro, you're going to see him. He's different. Mane, you can tell he's just come in, but he's still a little bit raw. No one ain't sitting here and saying Mane is going to score every game. He could get one or do something impressive, but you're not going to sit there and think Diamande could make something happen. And he's a hazard because he's got so much pace. Different. We kind of got caught out against Fulham. We need to... Yeah, it's true. They just brought it back in the last couple of minutes. It's true. It's true. So, yeah, my people, let me round it up anyway and show you exactly what's going on, etc. For those that just come in the chat, this is what's going on. Boom, 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 boom. What's that there? Extra revenue with... Yeah, you got Pep crying over Dallow's thing still. Oh, nah. You know, Pep is out here going mad, isn't it? He's talking about, the referees and he kicked through guy's leg. That's nothing to do with us. Now he's talking about Dallow. We played them 2 weeks ago, bro. We got a game every week. We played Fulham last week. We played Tottenham 3 weeks ago. We played Man City. Fulham, Arsenal, then Man City. And he's still talking about this. Tell me against United, 80 minutes, 11 versus 10 because of Dallow's action. Would it change the game or not? With Carrick, they're flying at the moment, blah, blah, blah. He started getting into it. He is crying at the moment. And you could just tell he's definitely getting out of there. He's definitely gone, etc. And look at this. Man talking about Premier League midfielders. Bro, look at this geezer. Possession 1 and interceptions. So possession 1 is going up. These are everyone that's winning the possession. Ugarte's kind of up there with possession 1, to be honest. Paulina, João Gomez. But look at interceptions as well. So both of them. Casemiro's on a mental... He's playing for his life at the moment, bro. Someone's got to come and give him about 700K or something, bro, wherever he's going. That's madness. It's crazy. Look at Casemiro, bro. You wouldn't even expect him to win that much. And that just shows that every time he comes off the pitch, we always struggle because this guy is doing so much for us. And he's a man that everyone would have turned around 2 years ago and said, yeah, his legs are gone. We would have all admitted it. But it just shows my man's on a different thing. So big him up, man. Big up. The resurgence has been crazy. So let me run through the news, man, quickly for those that just come in the chat and missed anything. Harry Maguire is looking to take a pay cut for 80K. So he's on 190. He don't mind being on 110 to stay for a season or two. And I want him to stay because he's a leader and we have to keep our leaders. We can't let all of them leave at once. Casemiro, Maguire, and Bruno leave in one season is crazy. That is mental. This is the guy that's behind all the set pieces. Kaita Hasewaga, he's the real man, but obviously Carlos Fernandes helped implement it on the pitch. But he's the guy that was putting in the work and he's still about. So we should still, this is why the set piece thing still goes on, etc. LA Galaxy's trying to sign Casemiro. Obviously, Casemiro coming out and saying, yo, I'm leaving is the best thing for him and us. Because he gets to consider all these options for the next 4 or 5 months. And for us, anyone we talk to, Belieber, Wharton, Anderson, we can tell them, yo, you know where you're going. You know the spot's there for you. You want to go to City, you want to go to Liverpool, you got a fight with Gravenberch. You want to go to City, you got about 3 players, Reinders, Nico Gonzalez, Rodri. You want to go to... We've got our guy gone. So what are you saying? Simple as that. This is some talks that basically was weighing up a big money move for a midfielder late in January. I don't know how that makes Ineos look even more confused because if you've got a plan, why would you have to weigh up a move in the deadline, near the deadline day? It doesn't even make any sense. Ruben Amorim's going to come out and speak and say a few things. And yeah, I don't know what he's going to say, but he doesn't want to disrupt the season, so he's going to wait to the end. He's going to probably have a Portugal interview. I don't know. I don't see how that will help anything. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he's going to be positive. Lasorne, Kone's over there, and they're blown away with his ability. But he just needs to strengthen up and get a bit more physical, because all he's been doing is playing with the under-21s and the under-18s. So it's going to be good to see. Malacia obviously was surprised. He's surprised that basically that Malacia was about to board a flight to Turkey, blah, blah, blah. Disbelief when he was told. Who said that to be in disbelief when he was told back? Manchester United was surprised as anyone to see reports in Holland suggesting that Malacia was about to board a flight to Turkey to undergo a medical when he received a call from director of Finn. So they're trying to say what, it was gas or something. No deal was ever agreed with a Turkish club, let alone to the point of organising a medical. And I saw Malacia today. He looks normal. He was training with Bruno and etc. So every single journalist, this is one thing. Some of them are saying we're going to go big in the summer. Some of them are saying we're not. Rare. But every single journalist, Ornstein, Fabrizio, every single one of them is saying we're going to get a left winger. We're going to get a midfielder. That's the two positions, 100%. We tried to go for Semenyo, so that shows already the intent. He's our main target, but he's a big Liverpool fan, and his father dreams of seeing him at Anfield. So unless Liverpool's in the race, I reckon we get him. Ahmad Diallo's here. Him and Ahmad are very close in AFCON. So unless he goes to Liverpool, I reckon he comes true. But he's definitely one to look out for the summer. And just imagine having him and Dorgu on the left. Sometimes Cunha. Cunha can play a striker with Sesko. Then you got Mbumo and Ahmad on the right. Bruno, Cunha can play as a 10 as well, and whoever else they go and get away, or even Mason Mount. The depth is crazy, and it's so direct that it's mental. Elliot Anderson, this is tier 1 when it comes to Nottingham Forest news, Midlands news, Nottingham Forest, Leeds, all of them clubs. He's tier 1, Tom. And he's basically saying Anderson is wanted by both of the Manchester clubs, but what way he goes, no one knows yet. And Ben Jacobs said he wants to wait and see who's going to be the managers, etc. Because Pep's leaving City, it seems like. We ain't got a manager to the summer, so he's not going to pick now. So just wait it out. And obviously, Critchley's come out and said these are the main three, of course. Unless we get these three, that's when the other names come into it. The Stiller, the João Gomez, and the other guys. But it's these three are the three guys. Maybe even we get 2 of them. Maybe. Rashford wants to go to Barca. Barca want to sign him. But there's got to be a compromise in there somewhere. He's got to drop his wage or something. He's on 300k. He's got to drop something to be able to stay because they're still broke, etc. And they're trying to sort themselves out or whatever. He's basically said, yo, Harry Maguire still ain't received. We spoke to his agent, but nothing concrete. But we've turned down offers from Italian clubs. So some Italian clubs came in, yo, we'll give you 5 million, 10 million for Maguire now. We've said, no, we want to keep him for now. So clearly, I'm thinking, do we even want to let him go? Or is it a thing where, nah, keep him for now until the end of the season and then let him go and then get us whatever. So I don't know. But the boy Onana, he's missing. There's been talks that he wants to come and fight his way back and claw his way back into the squad. No, he's definitely gone. This is what's being said. Yeah, forget about him. He will leave Man United. There's no chance of a return to Old Trafford. It's not happening. Matthias Mane, we're very impressed with him. This is like the second source to link us to Matthias Mane, 18-year-old. Obviously, Wolves are definitely going down. We might end up there and get him on a loan. We might not. Who knows? But it looks like we're scouting him and we're being very impressed. But there's more Premier League clubs involved as well. Mainu, we're looking at giving him a new contract, and that's going to start off now because we basically was waiting for the transfer window to finish. Look at that. This is another source. Stephen Ralston. What does he say? Man United expected to strengthen in midfield and on the left wing in the summer. That's obviously our main two. If we go and sell Ugarte, Dalloz, and other things happen, of course, we'll go other places. When you think about it, Malacia's leaving on the free. Luke Shaw can't handle that position by himself. We probably go and get a left back. Do you know what I'm saying? Unless Diego Leon or someone's ready. This is the new gem that we've signed. Solomon Honor, 19-year-old goalkeeper from Blackburn. We don't know. Does he go straight into the under-21s? Is he a man that they might put on the bench? Who knows? We've only got 14 games. Obviously, it's Lamens. But who knows what they're looking at him for? He might be good, where it's like, yo, we'll give you a year or two and you're the second in command after Lamens. Who knows the situation? Tonali, Summer, it could be different. Eddie Howe's come out and said he doesn't know what he's thinking. He can only go off what his players tell him. And then everyone in the comments, all the Newcastle fans are saying, yo, this is the same thing that we heard with Isaac. Oh, I think he's all right. I don't know. Like, he's not saying 100% he's going to stay. He's saying, from what I'm seeing, he's been happy, but I don't know. You never know in football. So he's not sure. And he's already offered himself to Arsenal. We want midfielders. Could we be in for him? I thought I'd bring that to you lot. But he's definitely a geezer that I would get all day. Baller. We need 2 midfielders. Engine. Gabriel trained with the squad. He's a gem. We rate him. Kid Messi, you know the thing. Sully brought the news saying that Casemiro was one player of the week. And there you go. It's there. And as you can see, in the last 4 weeks, every single week, we've won it with one of our players. Sesko against Burnley. Bruno against Man City. Dorgu against Arsenal. And then now Casemiro against Fulham. Every week, we're winning this player of the week. It's crazy. We're just badding it up. That's how good we've been. Bruno, when it comes to the top 5 leagues, he is second with the most assists. And when you look at this list, they're all wingers. Elise, Diaz, Yamal, DeMarco's a wingback, Cherky, and he's the only 10 in there doing his thing with 12. So it's not easy, but people are saying it like it's nothing. Bro, he's got 12, and that's the whole of Europe. And people say these other leagues are easier, remember? People say La Liga's easy. What's it called? The French league's a farmers league, blah, 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 but they can't even keep up with him. Only Elise is doing the numbers over there. And then these are reports that's coming out now saying that we spent all this money in the summer, so it's mad, but we spent this money in the summer. Why is it coming out now? Why is it coming out now, the transfer window's closed, that we spent 212 million? So, of course, so obviously it's getting briefed by the club, like, listen, we've spent a lot of money, let's relax. But you know Man United, bro, they're going to put all these articles out there, summertime, we'll probably spend another 200 million. We spent that without Champions League. Imagine if we get Champions League now. It's going to be dark. This is another thing talking about Kobe Mainoo. His contract, we're accelerating with the contract talks, so we're getting into it. So we'll see, man. We'll see. There's a lot going on, man. The boy Casemiro, I just showed you like that. He's top of this list. He's doing what he needs to do. Blah, blah, blah. Kobe Mainoo stepped up, more contract talks. And then when you look at this sheet here, this is Bruno Fernandes up there with assist and XG for assists. So all the assists that he should have had, he's up there. He's laid out so much chances. People are just missing, etc. But he's up there. So he can break that record. And this is from last season. Look at the difference. This same time, after 24 games, last season to this season, who's had how much more points? Arsenal, I've got 3 more points. Man City, I've got 6 more points than last season. Aston Villa's got 9 more points. We've got 12. Chelsea are -3. Liverpool are -18. Crazy. And when you look at the bottom, it says obviously not a perfect indication because not everyone's playing the same people, of course. But the drop-offs of Forest and Liverpool are crazy. Liverpool, I've got -18 points. Forest, I've got -21 points. They were in a Champions League position at this time. Man United being that much better shows how bleak things were under Amrin. So we've got the most points, +12 from what we was last season. This time last season, we got 12 points more. That's what it's saying to us. And as you can see, Tottenham have only got 2 points more. They was in 17th last time. Now they're in 14th. Crazy. So yeah, man, that's been impressive for us, man. Like, we need to build up. We need to keep going. We got Spurs on the weekend. Like I told you, look, they've got loads of injuries. We have to take advantage of that. They had loads of injuries against us in the FA Cup final. But it wasn't like this. But Van de Ven might be back. I think Thomas Frank said he should be back. Jed Spence should be back. But Kudus, come on, that's a baller for them. Did we play him the first time? I think he was injured the first time we played them as well, which is crazy. Yeah, and look at that. They've got a lot of players out, man. So we should be going there. We're at Old Trafford. We should be winning. This team is terrible. They can't string no wins together. I don't think they've even won anything. Let me see their last fixtures. Everything's in Europe. That's how I tell you that Europe, I don't rate it. We just bad up everyone in Europe. Look at that. All their wins come in Europe, apart from Crystal Palace. Lost to Bournemouth, lost to Aston Villa, lost to West Ham. Drew with Burnley for a last-minute header. Brentford 2-0, 1-1 with Sunderland. Beat Palace, and then everything's been in Europe. They lose everywhere, bro. Look at that. Look at their run. 2-0 Brentford, and then look at the run. This is us last season, literally. They needed a last-minute goal to bring them back with Burnley. Obviously, we drew Burnley as well, but we peppered them 30 shots. They did not have a game like that. It was not like that. Yeah, they hit the bar once or twice, but that was it. So that's all the news, my peoples, man. Smash the like, subscribe. If you're new, I'll be here in my 10-minute video around 9, 10 o'clock today after the Man City Newcastle game. Make sure you look out for that. Notifications on. Love my peoples.
Want some celebs, pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. Photo now, photo now, photo now. But for now, I'm local. But for now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.